Hey guys, it's Selena and welcome back to my channel. Not that many people know my coming out story, and not that many people know how my mom reacted to it, which let's start off and say my mom is 100% supportive. I'm gonna say around middle school, maybe even a little bit earlier, I had already known that that I was into women. I knew it. Well, at the time they were girls, because I was a kid. But yeah, I realized that the school that I was in, the environment that I was in, wasn't safe, in the sense of oh yeah, I'm gonna come out, everybody will support me, yada yada. No, first of all, in elementary and middle school, but it's the feeling of, is this right? Because in so many different opinions, people tell you that lesbianism is wrong, being gay is wrong, being bi, trans, whatever is wrong. It's not wrong. It's who you are. You can't change somebody that you're not, even if you really try. You just can't, and it's impossible. You were made a certain way. You were born a certain way, and that's the way that that's the way you gotta live your life. When I was in middle school, I did date guys all throughout middle school, all throughout high school. Basically, I just wasn't safe coming out. I had seen certain things in my school where people would go on huge debates talking about straight and gay and why it's wrong and what are the differences in them, and things like that. Well, I did participate in a few of these unsettled debates in class when I was in high school. At the time, my defense was that the reason I was being so protective, and the reason I was being so forward about things like that, was because my brother's gay. Me protecting my brother in a sense that he was gay, and that's the reason why the debates were that's the reason I was protecting him on the debates, was not entirely true. Yes, my brother is gay. Yes, I will protect him whenever somebody says anything about him, his sexuality, anything about him, I will always protect him. When I was in middle school, people, if one person, was gay, they're like, ugh, she's a lesbian, she's hitting on you, that's gross, that's disgusting, don't be her friend. At that point, I was already basically an outcast. I didn't have a lot of friends. I wasn't part of the popular group. I made two best friends in middle school that helped me through everything. People would pick on me, they'd defend me, they'd have my back no matter what. So shout out to those amazing two best friends that I had. So going forward, I would defend myself in the cover-up of defending my brother. My one regret in my entire life is not coming out sooner, because I don't know where I would be right now if that had happened. Don't get me wrong, I love the life that I live right now. I live the life that I love with the person that I love. After I graduated high school, I decided to start college. Started college, dropped out. After I dropped out, I moved to Austin for, I believe it was 2011 going into 2012. In 2012, I moved back home. When I moved back home, I talked to a very personal, close family friend of mine, and I decided that, enough was enough. I decided that I am an adult and that it's time for me, to spread my wings and fly. And not really in that sense, but you know what I mean. I wanted to be who I was. I was tired of hiding who I was. So this person and I and another friend of ours at the time decided that it would be best if we made a pact. So we all decided that by that year that we were going to come out to our family and we were going to let them know like who we were and stuff like that. So in that sense, I went to this like gay club, we danced, we had fun. I met a girl, you know, and she was the first person that I actually like dated while I was still in the closet, but while I decided that I was not going to pretend to be straight anymore. You know, I was just done with it. So I dated this girl, you know, who didn't last long, maybe like a few weeks, and that was it. And then I met this other girl, and this girl just seemed to have it. She had it all, you know. The description that she had typed up on this page that I read was exactly like what I would have put in words, or exactly how I would have probably maybe described myself. Like things that she loved, I loved. The way that she was, I liked it, you know. So I decided to meet this girl, and we hit it off, you know. On the day that we met, we actually talked for like almost a month before we actually met, and then when we finally met, everything happened in like the snap of a finger. I met her friends, she met my friends the first time, I met her friends the second day. By the third day, I was already her girlfriend. You know, it just happened so fast, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. Later on, I then decided that it was that I wasn't gonna hide her anymore from my mom. Like at that point, my mom just thought she was my friend, so I decided to talk with my mom. My mom was at this time laying on the sofa, and I was in the kitchen trying to get the courage to let my mom know. And yes, you could say like, well, Selena, I mean, isn't your brother gay? Like, wouldn't your mom not care because your brother's gay? First of all, you guys don't know like the whole story behind my mom, my brother, and myself. Like that is just something like different, you know, for another story time maybe. But in this sense, like I decided that, you know, I was gonna tell my mom. So I walk up to the end of the sofa and I start making like small conversation with my mom, and then it turned out like I was on my phone at the time, and at this time I was already texting with my girlfriend, who is my wife now. I was texting with her and I was letting her know like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then another time at the same time I was also texting my cousin, who is like my best friend, hey, okay, I'm gonna go through with it. And let me just say this, I was the first, like, I think I was the first one, unless our other friend was. I don't really remember, but I think I was like the first one to come out to my family and like for the pact, you know. So I go and I tell my mom, Mom, can I tell you something? Rewind. This is important. So the reason I was like nervous but not nervous in telling my mom was because I had spoken to my sister a few days before, and my sister had actually told me that my brother-in-law, I believe my brother-in-law had told my mom like that I was lesbian. Like my brother-in-law told my mom, or my sister told my mom, or somebody told my mom, I don't remember, but they already knew all up in there. And at that point, like I was like, okay, you know, like so what, she knows, I don't have to tell her now. But in the sense of I needed it to be real for myself, like I had to say it out loud, you know. I had to say out loud, you know what, I'm gay and I'm proud. But I go and I lean over and I tell my mom, Mom, can I tell you something, or can I talk to you? And she's like, yeah, what? And I was like, I know you already know this because I've heard it from people that you've already been like talking to them about it. And she's like, what? And I was like, but I thought that you needed to hear it from myself. So she tells me like, okay, what is it? So I tell her, I'm like, I'm gay. Like I like women, you know, I'm dating this girl. And my mom looks to me and then she looks away, and literally it's utter silence for what seemed the longest period of my life. Like it was just endless silence, and I didn't know whether to walk away. I didn't know whether to be like, so what do you think, Mom? I didn't know what to do. So I waited for a while, and then I told her, I was like, I just thought, I blurted it out. I was like, I just thought that you would hear it better coming from me so that you could know that it was real. And she tells me, she looks at me and then looks away and looks at the TV, and at this point she's watching the news. Mexican moms and their news and novelas. And then she tells me, she's like, okay, she's like, but no, you're not. You're probably gonna change your mind later. You're just like your tia. You like guys and then you like girls, and you're gonna change your mind later. Like later, you're not gonna be the same. You're gonna change your mind later. Basically, like my mom was telling me like I was lying to her and I wasn't gonna be into women. You know, that it was just like I was just playing a game to like, that's, I guess in that sense that's the way like I kind of took it, like that this wasn't who I was. But I told her, I was like, no, like I'm not like my tia, you know, I don't like men and women, like I just like women. I've always liked women. I think they're sexy. What can you say, you know? After that, I would tell her, I was like, okay. So then I just walked to my room and we left it at that. Now, I find it funny going back to my coming out story because the woman that I was, like, my girlfriend at the time is now my wife. My mom, who believed that I was gonna end up with a man and marry a man, was wrong. And I married a woman. I married the love of my life, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. That was, like, I didn't expect it to be so easy, but yet so difficult and nervous at the same time. I was confused. I didn't have anybody to like guide me. I didn't have anybody to help me go through that, you know. Just me and my cousin. That was all that happened, you know. We did it together, not at the same time together. Like, he did it shortly after. But anyways, that's my coming out story, you guys. I want you guys to feel comfortable in being who you are. Like, if somebody tells you that your thighs are too big, bitch, so what? I like my thighs. If somebody tells you that your stomach is too fat, or you have too much curve, or, you know, different things, or somebody tells you that you can't wear makeup because you're a boy, fuck that shit. Whoever said that makeup was for women? You know, the world is changing, and you could either try to fight it, which you'll lose, you will lose, and I'm telling you this right now, you will lose, or you can choose to be a part of it. In my case, I'm gonna be a part of it. I'm not gonna hide who I am. I'm not gonna let people bring me down on my body the way that I feel about myself. I am not gonna let people bring me down in public areas when I'm walking around and holding my wife's hand and people look at me and tell me like, that's disgusting. Can I help you? Yes. But no. But anyways, that was a true story. I hope you guys enjoyed my coming out story because I realized like not that many people know about it. Not that many people understand what I went through. But there are people that have had it harder and have people that their own family members like disown them. Family members that don't understand that we are the new generation, you know? I am proud to be who I am. And I just want you guys to be proud to be who you are. You know, don't ever let anybody tell you that you're different. I'm sorry if I get emotional. But don't let anybody tell you that you're different. I remember talking to somebody about this the other day. One of the main things I wish I could do is I wish I could be kind of like a motivational speaker. I motivate my team a lot in the job that I do. They look up to me, they trust me. I want people to look up to me and trust me at the same time. Even the public, I look up to so many people. I want people to feel that it's okay. I want people to say like, if Selena can do it, then I can do it. if she did it and she conquered it, then I can do it. People who pick on you and don't let you be who you are not your real friends. Which is why I don't have any more. Just kidding. Be the you that you want to be, not to be, don't, be the you that you, be the you that you want to be, not the you that people want you to be. That's a tongue twister. Alright guys, well, thank you for watching this video. I look forward to more story times, more tutorials, who knows? But give this video, once again, a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below. It would be red. If it's already gray, then you're already subscribed. Anyways, make sure that you follow all of my social medias, which are in the description below. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Bye.